Hey there, YouTube. Obtuse Angle here. I'm just showing you these two figures I have reviewed. Right on the right, we have this is the 2015 Mark Ruffalo Avengers Infinite Series Marvel Legends Hulk, and this is like the Toy Biz first appearance Hulk. This was like in 2005 or 2005. I think this is again 2015. So the 10 years apart, right? So I talk about extensively in all of my videos, the 5 people who watched, about like why these figures aren't good, and I believe in action figure evolution instead of de-evolution. Hope that's a word. What Hasbro has done is completely destroyed the progress I feel that Toy Biz has made, and has basically accepted mediocrity. Now I'm just going to go over these two figures, point of articulation, and show you exactly what I mean. Has Hasbro improved anything that Toy Biz has done? Yeah, sure. They've actually made the joints tighter. They've added ratchets, although Toy Biz did do ratchets towards the end, so maybe that's not an improvement, rather a sideways move. But this is not even a fair comparison, to be honest with you, because this is technically a movie figure. This is a comic figure. Usually movie figures are handled slightly differently. Well, at least by Hasbro standards, slightly differently. But I just want to show you why this first appearance Grey Hulk is so great, and Toy Biz Hulks in general, compared to the new Hasbro garbage. I'm sorry, figures. And sometimes I do watch action figure reviews. I'm thinking, what are they reviewing? Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but sometimes you gotta ask, what the hell are they reviewing? I teach kids, and I find a lot of kids and even adults lack critical thinking skills. Similar to like why people see like these terrible movies, they lack critical thinking skills. Like, why is Twilight successful? Like, oh my goodness. Besides teenage girls and some boys who just don't understand. Anyway, I'm not talking movies right now. I like movies, but I'm gonna touch upon that. So let's see why Toy Biz is so great. In my opinion, this one is so crappy, Hasbro. Well, point of articulation, Toy Biz like using hinge joints, so it's able to do a better upwards movement and downwards movement much better than this is just a straight ball joint. The straight ball is just on the head. It's just basically a ball, there we go. See, it's a ball. So it has limited movements, right? So right off the bat, you see why Toy Biz's joints are a lot better, at least for the heads. Hasbro does use the disc ball joint that the Hulk has. The disc ball joint is basically a disc. I don't think I pull it off, though. I don't think I can pull it off. Yeah, I definitely can pull this off. So it's disc is a disc here. This allows the head to go up and down, right? See, that's it. So that's a disc, and above the disc is a ball. So it's called a disc ball joint. So that gives this better movement, and Hasbro has actually taken away a lot of that disc. They do this randomly for some odd reason, but I find recently they've stopped doing it. It's a shame. It's a lot better than just a straight ball joint. And I've seen examples where the ball joint can work, but for certain figures it just does not work. It doesn't work, period. Like the Hulk, it just doesn't work. Now, to this Hulk's credit, it's actually double jointed, but it's executed so poorly, so the double joint looks really terrible there. It's executed so poorly that it actually distracts from the overall sculpt. And like I've stated before, this is a terrible sculpt of the Hulk. Terrible. It's a mess. So those who are wondering, just check my reviews out and you'll see what I mean when I went over this guy. Now, this guy is really fantastic. It has paint detailing. You see little greens, some black or dark blues in there. Even the hair is painted, while this is just sculpted one color. I see only one color, black. The skin tone as well has a different color, green. The arms are different green than the chest, as you can see. It's not the camera. It's what they did. The face is a different color. It's just terrible what they've done. Hasbro, you know. So this has no color unity, while this one has a makes sense, and the colors make sense, you know. Shaded there, and then the brows and everything, you know, the hair, you know, you see there. It's nice. It makes sense. Again, it's not a completely fair comparison. I'm just showing you the reasons why this is better than this piece of crap. And I talked about like the arm spacing in a previous video, how like it. See that this you can barely there's barely a gap here, while this piece of crap from Hasbro, there's like a huge gap. Look, see that huge gap there? Yeah, it's like they made this arm too big for this because they try to reuse. I believe they try to reuse sculpts for everything, and I don't know. I'm thinking like either plastic is so cheap when it cools down, shrinks or more than it should, or something along those lines. There's something wrong that they're doing with the cheap plastic they're using now, that's causing arms to not look properly. You know, like this. Like I said, this looks basically the shoulder is too small for the upper arm. It's all over the place. This is more seamless. Even though this is single joint, it does basically the same function as this guy. This actually has a wrist up here, and it has. They both have this, but this one has extra clamping fingers for extra gestures. Real nice. While this is just a piece of crap, you know. And I talked about some previous version, like there's no wrist here. Basically, it's a wrist hinge, but where's the wrist? While you can see a wrist here, you know. Usually, when you have a wrist, it's small here, and then the hands here. In the Hasbro version, is missing a wrist, basically, you know. So it's just one fat arm, you know. And that's why this is also pretty terrible, you know. It's just all over the place once again. And even the ab crunch, I mean, look at this horrendous thing. Look at that thing. I mean, it does crunch, okay, but like I said, there's this really weird gap here that makes no sense. It'd be easier if to do it like this, or do a traditional ab crunch joint. I mean, this is just that's the problem with the abs, you know. And let me show you this ab crunch here. Now this ab crunch, fuck you. Damn you, fucking Hasbro. Anyway, this ab crunch, it does crunch forward, but look how it makes sense, right? See how it makes sense there? Even when it's cut, it makes sense. It looks natural, you know. It looks very natural compared to this crap, you know. Like I said, this one has uneven pecs. If you look at it, the pecs are like crooked and the abs are crooked. He's missing a 6-pack. He has like a 5-pack there or something like that. It's just a complete garbage, you know. Let me just cut straight to the other issues that usually Hasbro has. This sculpt work. See how this is sculpted here? Like, it's raised and this is recessed, so it's like sculpted, you know. Hasbro is so cheap and try to save money is that they basically reuse everything. So that's why in action figures you really never see sculpt work. This is just painted on so they can reuse these legs. Nothing wrong with reusing, but make it, you know, make it look good. You know, if you're charging fans $20+, give them the money's worth. You know, don't cheat them every opportunity. And I hate to say this, but fans, I find a lot of fans on like message boards. They aren't too bright, you know. They don't critically analyze, critical think. And I find it's a lot of adults once again. And it has to do with schooling and the drudgery that you're taught. You know, it's sad. You know, it's really, really sad. You know, and I hate, because people are entitled to an opinion, but when there's no basis of facts behind it, it's a useless opinion, you know. You need supporting arguments. Another thing that really irks me what Hasbro's gotten rid of, it's these toe joints. Toe joints can help so much with accentuating movements and making things look natural, and they've completely gotten rid of it to save costs. They use the excuse getting rid of useless punch articulation, which is just trash. They're just trying to cut costs. Probably this joint probably cost them 2 pennies, so they figure they could save 2 pennies per figure on that, you know. That's what they've done. And these ankle pivots were actually a lot better than the new ankle pivots. See these ankle pivots, it moves in a more flat movement, so basically the foot will always hit the floor, right? So with these ankle pivots now, besides this foot being uneven, when it twists at an angle, right? So the foot's never flat with the ground, you know, no matter what you do, the foot's never flat with the ground, so it actually does limit somewhat articulation. It's just new ankle pivots of they don't hit the proper points. Maybe if they add a toe joint, it'll help, but I don't foresee them spending the quote unquote the 2 extra pennies it costs for the joint to actually do it. You know, that's what Hasbro did. So not only is the plastic cheaper, the figure doesn't look as good. It's not painted well. It's just not done great overall. You know, it's like they're happy with giving fans, I shouldn't say trash, but they'll least effort. You know, that's what they're happy with. While this was incredible, you should always view it like a pieces of art. Which one would you rather have? This one, you know, it's better painted, better, just better. You know, sculpt work, you know. Viewed action figures as artwork, you know, and it's like the people who created should put pride into their action figures. Yes, this one's missing my thumb. That's why I'm using this one. My other Green Hulk was somewhere else. So anyway, I'm just showing you like why, you know, like why this is much better, and nobody should ever claim this is good because it's not good. Outside the ruffle head sculpt, this is a terrible looking figure. You know, again, it's just my opinion, but hopefully I showed you guys why, and the more you know, the better. You know, it's hopefully it gives you information, so you should question like, why is Hasbro doing this? You know, why is this acceptable? You know, again, I find a lot of reviews and even message board people are just they lack it. You know, they lack it. You know, they lack skills, critical thinking skills. You know, they lack the ability to really compare and analyze. So hopefully I helped a little bit. If you enjoy Hasbro, good for you. You know, I do buy the figures. You know, let's be honest, they have no competition here. So sometimes it's kind of like, would you rather have a figure, a crappy figure, or no figure at all? You know, it's sometimes that's the debate that goes on in the head. And I know what they're doing now. If they make a new sculpt, that'll be a Build-A-Figure. You know, that's what they're trying to do. And it's sad, you know. They're basically making you buy repainted figures for basically get a figure that actually uses a new body, you know. They don't create new bodies anymore. Anyway, guys, yeah, if you like, you know, share, thumbs up. You know, if you don't, you know what to do. Subscribe, share, hey, even save. Hey, you guys do what you do. You know, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, I appreciate it. And this Hulk is far superior and actually cheaper on eBay than this piece of crap. You know, and this might be the first Hasbro Build-A-Figure I'm not going to complete, by the way. I don't think I'm going to complete the Thanos figure, which is terrible. I'm like a couple of pieces away, but I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, I'm spending this money. Why? They don't deserve the money. You know, yeah. Maybe I'll review the Leaper next, you know. Anyway, guys, this is the 2015 Avengers Wave Infinite Series figure, the Mark Ruffalo Hulk, and it's the Thanos Wave. And, you know, I'm disappointed with it. Disappointed with the entire wave. I can't remember if this came with a Build-A-Figure, and I can't remember the exact series this was, but this is far superior figure, as you see. It's bigger, it's beefier, it's bulkier. But that's just besides the point. It's just overall aesthetically better, painted better, and it's like if you're if you make anything industry-wise, you want it to be the best. You know, it's sad that they didn't try to be the best. They're happy with the status quo. You know, I always wonder, like, why don't companies like McDonald's, you know, hey, there's Wendy's, for example. Give me an example. Their burger tastes better. Hey, let's try to figure out how to improve our burger. What can we do? But they never do it. They never do it. Everything taught in school about competition is trash, you know. It's trash. You know, companies don't compete. You know, they just don't compete. You know. Alright, guys. So hopefully I didn't turn you off too much. Take care and enjoy and try to collect. But collect because it's good. You know, don't support these companies if they keep giving you trash, you know. And every opportunity, make sure you guys let them know what they did wrong. Alright, guys, take care. and enjoy. Bye.